Hey YouTube, Justin here. I made an update last week, and actually it was a reintroduction, I guess you'd say, and said I was going to post more. I've been sick since then, but I'm feeling a little bit better today, so I figured I'd record something and throw it on up. Something really awesome happened on Thursday, November 5th. My sister had an ultrasound because she's pregnant, and it was the ultrasound to find out the sex of the baby. So I was there. She signed my 7-year-old nephew out of school early so he could be there. My mother, my cousin, my partner, my sister's best friend, and the little boy she was babysitting at the time were all there for the ultrasound. It took forever. The baby had his legs crossed for, I don't know. We were in there like 25 minutes trying to find out the sex of the baby. But he had his legs crossed. He did complete flips but never uncrossed his legs until the very end. And yes, I'm saying his because it is a boy. Yay. I have 4 stepchildren from a previous very long 8.5-year relationship, and they're still very much in my life. We are very close. They come stay with me a lot, and they're all grown, but they still come stay with me. Anyway, I raised them up through school, and now that they're all adults, the youngest is turning 18 on the 22nd of November, and she had a baby this year. So yes, I am a grandpa, and the name we decided to go with, or I decided to go with, was Opa. My kids do come from a German heritage. So Opa just seemed to fit that, and you don't hear it too often, and I like it because it's not used as much. Anyway, aside from all that, I could go on and on and on and on about my grandson. He is awesome. I love him a lot. I'll show you a picture sometime. But back to the ultrasound. When the baby finally turned where the tech could get a good glimpse of the sex, she said it was a boy. And my 7-year-old nephew, Boogie, had a breakdown in the ultrasound room. He was so upset. He wanted so bad for it to be a girl because he wanted to be the big brother and be protective and take care of her. And he cried. It was touching to see that it bothered him like that. But you know, I knelt down and hugged him, and I told him, you know, it's okay, you're going to be the big brother regardless of whether it's a boy or a girl. I said, yeah, you would have had to protect a girl more, but look at it this way. It's a boy, and when it gets a little bit bigger, you can beat it up at home. But when you're outside and you're around other people, you're still going to have to protect that baby brother. Because you will be the big brother regardless of whether it's a boy or a girl. And that kind of calmed him down, and when he thought of it that way, he was okay with it. And then he got, you know, he got himself together. He wasn't crying anymore. And being that my sister's friend Jen that was there, she was babysitting a 2-year-old little boy. And my nephew was playing with him the whole time we were in the waiting room. And even after the ultrasound, when we were all in the parking lot waiting on my sister to finish her appointment. And I told him, I was like, look, you know, this is how it's going to be when you have a little brother. You're going to have a little boy to play with all the time. You won't be alone when you're at home. You won't, you know, be sitting around wishing you had somebody to play with, because you will. So he was better with it, and I think now he's excited. Him and my sister, you know, they put the crib together and bought a few little things for the baby now that they know the sex, a few outfits and stuff. So it's growing on him. But the coolest part of the whole thing was when they said it was a boy, and my nephew broke down, and I explained to him that he was going to be the big brother either way, whether it was a boy or a girl. My mother chimed in, and she used my girl name, which was okay, because I don't know, it just was. But anyway, my mom chimed in and she said, you know, Auntie Beth wanted a little brother. Because yes, my nephew has been raised to call me Auntie Beth. Although he knows that I am Justin, and I'm making strides more and more to become Justin. And he's on board with that, and he's cool with it. And he does call me Uncle Justin sometimes. But my mother still referred to me as Auntie Beth, which is fine. But she said Auntie Beth wanted a little brother and ended up with a little sister. And Auntie Beth had to protect your little sister. But even if it was a little boy, she would have had to protect him too. And either way, you're going to be the big brother. Just like Auntie Beth is your sister's big brother. That, oh man, that put a smile on my face that I couldn't wash off for days. My mom knows I prefer to be called Justin. She's on board with the transition and everything. She's cool about it. My mother is super supportive of anything, you know, we ever mention to her or throw at her. She's just awesome with everything. The pronouns in the name, as far as usage, you know, we're working on it. It's coming along. But just that she referred to me as the big brother just made my day. I wanted to share that. This is going a little long, so I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. But I have a little more to tell you about that situation, so I'll probably record another video and post that as well. So keep your eyes open. I'll talk to you in a bit. Thanks.